All right, we got a Yamaha RZ350 motor dropped off. So something a little different. We don't see a lot of these anymore. I don't know what year bike this was out of. I didn't look up the VIN number or anything, and he probably told me, but I forgot. So we're just going to tear the top end off this. I believe he said it had 22,000 miles on it. He bought it as a restow bike. He's just going to restore the whole thing. And we are going to tear it down and start off by doing the top end, but we'll be tearing the whole motor apart and doing a complete rebuild with porting, machining the head, just making it a good all-around street rider. As you can see, he left everything on this motor. These are 14s, and this holds the head on. Very, very similar to the Banshee motor. Almost identical, except that this motor has a power valve in it to try to keep the low end. And this is the power valve mechanism here. Oh yeah, stuff's tight. Got a couple of Allen screws here holding the neck of the head on. Looks like all original carbs and everything. Not too molested. I see a couple of safety wires here and there. And of course, there's all kinds of water in there. It's supposed to be coolant, but I don't think that's coolant color anymore. The neck is just holding on there. There we go. Okay, that's what 22,000 miles looks like. Looks pretty good. Pistons and cylinder walls look okay. I don't know what bore it's on. It looks like 50 over for, so maybe 6450. So it's been done once or twice. A lot of times you can't get away with 0.25. You have to go 0.50 because people let them go way too far on one bore, so you usually have to bore up a half normally. I'm going to pop these carbs out. A10. This is the Speedo gear. That's how you know how fast you're going. And then you'll notice on the Banshees, that's in the case, but there is no hole there to put a Speedo, but the Banshees, you'll see that it's still cast in like that. Okay, and you got to be careful because these little pieces for the injectors are still on the carb for the oil and the oil injection. I don't want to. We're going to delete the oil injection on this, but I don't want to break anything. And let's see if we can get them off there. Okay, that, and now a flathead screwdriver. Remember, some of this stuff has probably never been off. There we go. There we go. Set those to the side. Somebody was doing their safety wiring. Must have been a monster track bike, because that's the only place that requires safety wiring. But I think this was the only thing I saw safety wired. Maybe the water neck looks like it's safety wired too. Okay, these little things are not being cooperative, like most stuff likes to be uncooperative. Can't get an Allen in there with those things in the way. There we go. Okay. Crack these guys loose. And say, how hard are those going to be on there since we had them safety wired? Rubber mallet, always your friend. And if the rubber mallet doesn't work, I always break out the sledgehammer. Everything looking pretty normal. How does that look down there in those intakes? Guessing everything's looking pretty good. Normal wear. Let's get these cylinders off. These are tight and can't get the pneumatic in there, so no electric tool cheating here. Probably gets messier as we go around also. This one over here. Hopefully, when we're done with this, he brings a whole bike back to get it tuned, which I'm sure he will, and that should be nice because we'll see powder coat, and I think he was getting new plastics or having them painted, or so it should be a nice bike when he's done. I think he said he had the bike for 18 years. You know, wife, family, all that stuff gets in the way. He had bought it to do a restore on it, and it just ended up sitting for 18 years. That is a long time. Okay, we can't even see the center ones here. That is some goop. I'm blind, excuse me, I'm blind as it is, and I can't see anything up there in that black dark crevice. Am I on a nut? Am I not? Ah, the joys of being a mechanic. There's nothing clean about this. Or porting. Look like the abominable snowman when you're done porting. There's one. And I think I got my hand on another. Not being too stubborn. It is really caked up, but it's very oily, so everything's slippery. So these nuts aren't stuck. They are spinning. And this is the last one. Come on, pop off. All right, I think we got everything that holds it in there. Now, careful of the water. You will get sprayed. These will come up together because the power valve's holding them together. You can't separate them. but I'm going to pull them up together. The power valve holds them together right here. There's 2 screws, and it keeps them in sync with each other. It's flat there, and that pulls it in and opens and shuts it via this mechanism here. All right, so let's see, just eyeballing it here. Oh yeah, so I can tell this thing has some time on it. Can you see that right down there, the big end rod? You think that might be a little bit more side travel than what it's supposed to be? This crank is, the webs here are walking away from each other. You can see that this one is up against the side of the case. So it was good that this was coming apart. Let's see the other side. Now that's how the side-to-side play is supposed to be. You usually take a feeler gauge down in here and get the big end rod side-to-side play. I know this one's okay just by many years of doing it. The webs aren't touching the case, but it's shot on this side. That's all for now. We'll get the rest of this torn down and I'll keep you up to date on it.